Good morning, Roger at Wuthering Heights. This morning, saved by the fog for many valleys, with temperatures on the rise this morning already. But we have some very thick fog in many of our local valleys. Even some areas that typically don't fog up are seeing some fog this morning. The Sumpsic River Valley fogged in, Connecticut River Valley, the White Basin, the Winooski Basin. Winooski River fog extends even into the eastern part of the Champlain Valley. Same kind of thing almost, it looks like, for the Lamoille River as well, and a little bit less fog in some parts of the Northeast Kingdom. In these areas, temperatures overnight were in the upper 20s to lower 30s, and yes, indeed, they did get some frost in those locations. Scattered, I would say. Many areas that had fog were saved by the fog. Let's take a look now at some of the fog. Fog was quite thick, zero visibility in many areas, and the thickness of the fog also a little more than usual, and it inversions extended up to around 1,500, 1,1700 feet elevation, making this fog a little thicker than usual. It's going to have a little bit harder time burning off. Here's a little bit better bird's eye view of the fog, and we're going to stop this, and right here you have Camel's Hump. You can see the Western Range around White Rocks, and probably White Rocks right there. That's Mount Hunger. The various Western mountain ranges. As we pan off to the north, you'll see that. And you can see the fog sort of lapping right up into the higher elevations of the Western Range. Over here, this is Woodbury Mountain, it looks like, and the very distance, you're looking at some of the higher elevations of the northern portion of New Hampshire, way across the Northeast Kingdom. Panning again now to the northeast and east and eventually southeast, you can see the Presidential Range way in the distance out here, and you can also see some of the other White Mountains located near Mount Moosilauke. Continuing to pan toward the south and southwest, this is the Green Mountains here. It looks like Lincoln Peak and Mount Ellen over toward General Stark Mountain. And can't quite see Pico Killington, but it is there in some places. The foreground hills, mountaintops there, that's probably the Brookfield Range. And then over toward Camel's Hump and looking again at some of the most southern component of the Western Range. So going back down into the fog, it's pretty thick. Okay, this is a model sounding centered on Morrisville, Vermont, and it looks like that's 11Z. That'd be 7 o'clock. That was 8 o'clock. Now, so where these two temperatures, these two lines intersect here, this is our temperature inversion off surface, and you can see the dew point temperature, the ambient air temperature. And so when these two depart, and we should start to see that happening here, this would be 9 o'clock, or actually that would be 10 o'clock. So I'm figuring the fog to burn off somewhere a little bit short of 10 o'clock as we start to get some dry air, and the dew point depression starts to increase, and a lot of dry air aloft, as we just saw. You can see into New Hampshire without any trouble. So dry air with a strong temperature inversion equals a lot of fog. If you don't have that fog, you get frost. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights Consulting.